saw fireworks from the freeway, and behind closed eyes I can't make them go away. Cause you were born on the 4th of July. Freedom ring, well, something on the surface it stinks. I see something on the surface, well, it kinda makes me nervous. To say that you deserve this, and what kind of God would serve this? We will cure this dirty old disease. Well, if you got the poison.
For me, literacy just means the ability to engage meaningfully with texts, whether it's reading them, making sense of them, or writing them. I remember many occasions as a child being read to, even beyond the point when I could read for myself. I remember my mother reading chapter books to my brother and my sister and me, just for the pleasure of it. About second grade specifically, we often had a writing assignment that we had to do when we came back to school on Monday. We had to write about something that we had done over the weekend. And my parents were very invested in having us do things together as a family over the weekend. And so I always felt like I had fresh material to write about when I came in on Monday morning. I always had some kind of story to tell about what I had done. I just remember a family trip to visit my grandfather, and the detail in the story was that we had gone to a restaurant with my grandfather, and for dessert we had ordered chocolate cream pie, and the pie had just come out of the oven, and so it was still warm, and everybody loved it. So I remember putting that detail in my story. I've always enjoyed writing letters, and I was encouraged to write letters, particularly by my mother, but both my parents were involved in different kinds of writing, but I particularly think of my mother as having encouraged my writing of letters. So if I got a gift, I was always encouraged to write a personal letter as thank you. My grandparents, one set of grandparents lived relatively far away, and so we were encouraged to write to them. I think we must have spoken to them by phone, but I think when I was growing up in the 70s, there was still a sense that writing by letters was an appropriate way to keep in touch with people who you didn't see in your everyday life. I think for a long time I saw writing as something that people who were serious academics chose to do, and teaching as somehow opposed to that. But where I am now, I see that the writing is very much a part of the teaching that I do, even though it's not academic writing.